Hello there. We just stopped by to introduce ourselves. We're Jehovah's Witnesses.
How do you do? I am Beldar.
We attend the Kingdom Hall on Cove Neck Road.
Ah, yes. Next to the dry cleaners across from 7-Eleven.
Exactly. May we ask you a question?
Proceed.
Do you agree that the world is headed towards a terrible calamity?
Most definitely. In fact, I have direct personal knowledge that this is so.
Great. May we come in?
Of course. Enter. Assume comfort. My mate, Primac.
Greetings. Be seated.
So, what do you know of the doom awaiting this planet?
Oh, well, as witnesses, we believe that the end of the world is approaching, and that only 144,000 people will be saved to reign.
I do not believe it will be that many.
No, the Bible clearly states 144,000 will be saved to reign.
That is a very optimistic estimate, considering the primitive weapons the Earth people will use for their defense.
Some Earth weapons are not so useless.
Mabs, drop it.
Well, when the time comes, no weapon of this Earth shall avail mankind.
Correct.
Where are you people from?
France. We come from France.
But we are American citizens now.
Do you have proof?
Prove?
All right. 1993. Coneheads. I suggest y'all go ahead and check it out if you want to. This movie, it came out back. I remember it back in the day, but I wasn't really into, like I said, I wasn't a sci-fi dude back then. And as you can see, the science fiction comedy movie had me cracking up, man. You know what I'm saying? This movie funny, man. I'm glad I finally checked it out. And also too, if you do your history, you also find out that there were people that actually existed back in some ancient time that had heads just like this. But the thing about it, they weren't white. They were melanated beings. You know how Hollywood always they're gonna give you the truth, but they gotta put themselves in it. They're gonna give you history, but they gotta put themselves in it. You see what I'm saying? The thing about Hollywood is that they know the ancient histories, the mysteries, the science, and this is why they control the people. In order for you to be able to control the world, you would have to know the mysteries of the world, the science, ancient chemists. They know it all. This one dude gonna tell me, EC production gonna say that the white man don't know how to read the Bible. That's just ignorance to even say something like that when they gave it to you. These people have basically mastered your science. They stole your history, your knowledge, and they gave you the watered down version of your history, because you got to understand that the Bible has been plagiarized and stepped on. I always say it's like white China is a kilo of cocaine, but it's been stepped on with baking soda and all types of other crap. And they gave it basically, let's just say it's 98%, 95% baking soda, and the rest of, is white China. That's like, the Bible is only a small fraction of the truth. That's why you got to do what the Bible told you to do, which is seek and you shall find. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. If you walking around here just thinking that you reading one book and you learning something, then you just assed out. There's so much information. This universe is infinite. It's books all over the place. It's documentaries all over the place. This right now, this is the Aquarius age. This is information overload. I say it all the time. I can't get enough of the information. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, sometimes I find myself watching. I got the laptop on and my phone. I'm like, yo, what the hell am I doing? I'm listening to one joint right here and I'm listening to another, and I got a book in my hand. Information overload. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that it's way more than what you think, man. If you still, that's why I always stress this to the peoples. to get you out of that bondage, to get you out of that religion belief systems, because I was once there. I was once there, man. You got to get out of that. You not that shit gonna stunt your growth, because you're gonna just be trapped reading Psalms 91 all your life and not, getting out the box and really studying and reading other material. How you gonna educate yourself? That's not education if you constantly regurgitating shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm speaking for myself, like, this is what I had to do because I was there before. So I'm coming from experience. So like I said, I grew up watching Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. That dumb shit. These hood movies. And back in the day, in this day of time, we talking about 93, I wasn't into this. I remember this though. I remember when it came out, but I wasn't interested in watching it. But everything comes within, it was in time. It was, what I'm saying? Back then, I was in the Matrix. I was blue pilled. It was in time. You see what I'm saying? Who I am now and who I was back then is two different beings, yo. I can look back. I'm like, yo, that young boy, he was just a lost kid, a lost child. He didn't know no better. He was shoved. They shoved him religion and belief system. You gotta understand, that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna shove their belief system down your throat. But it's up to you to do your own research and your own due diligence. Because if you don't do it, then you's a fool. Don't just, I'm down with this belief system because it's traditional. My family, my grandparents, my mom, dad. You get the fuck out of here. To throw that shit in the trash, yo. You gotta throw that ideology in the trash. You got to be the one to take the knot out the link or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the change. Don't let that. It's like let's just say if everybody in the family smokes cigarettes or some shit and get cancer, are you gonna continue that curse? Fuck no. Stop smoking. So you could be the one to stop that generational curse, because that's what that is. That's a generational curse. Cancers or diabetes is in the family. Okay, well, somebody got to be the one that's going to stop that shit. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be that one. You gotta. I feel as though that's a part of my shit in my journey, that I'm breaking the curse, the generational curse of ignorance. Because in my family, everybody fucking ignorant. But guess what? They think they smart. So we dealing with a bunch of smart dummies. A bunch of uneducated fools. You know what I'm saying? What the Bible says, a fool may be right in their own eyes, but the end thereof is death. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, you got to study the ancient science. You got to go back in history and find out what was going on in ancient times. Don't get caught up in some shit that your slave master gave to you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is good to read if you woke, but if you sleep, then you shouldn't be touching that book. You shouldn't be touching it. You know what I'm saying? Only if you woke. But the thing about it, a lot of people be thinking they woke and they're not even woke. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know metaphysics, don't touch that Bible. If you don't know science, biology, don't touch that book. If you know what I'm saying, if you haven't studied history, some ancient Kemet, you know what I'm saying, got some, because you got to understand that the book of Psalms and Solomon and Proverbs, those was all old ancient proverbs and stuff that came from ancient Kemet. They just basically stole it and just put it in the Bible and gave it to you. But that shit is all ancient. That's why I say you got to study. They got books called The 16 Crucified Saviors. I got that book. You know what I'm saying?
And all the timeless joy they bring. My and roll has low resistance. Don't want to hold my phone alone. You don't have to hold your phone alone. Could never hold my phone alone. You'll never have to hold your phone alone. The sun's so pleased with me.
I'm here to help you. I'm Reese, Sergeant TechCom, BN 38416, assigned to protect you. You've been targeted for termination.